Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Hunt for Wolverine Weapon Lost, issue number 2 of 4. Okay, so this is the detective version of the comic. We got Misty Knight in this. We got Daredevil, of course, Matt Murdock, and we got Detective Frank McGee, and also Cypher. Something happens to one of these 4 characters, and it looks like he may die. Excuse me. Voice was cracking, not because I was crying. It was like, psh, what? Anyway, I'm just tired and old. So Cypher's trying to get off his addiction to the internet. He's trying to get some shakes and all that stuff. But Daredevil and the crew, they're going to try and get the all of these different sightings of Wolverine broken down. Like, listen, if it's old man Logan, get it out of there. If it's a female Wolverine, get it out of there. If it's a blonde Wolverine, get him out of there. And it's like, dude, we really do have way too many Wolverines. And then we also have to figure out which ones are fake. Now, this is cool because if you did read the Where Are Wolverine pages in the backup of certain comic books, you're golden. Like the one in the back of the one Amazing Thor, Mighty Thor comic book, where Wolverine shows up at the hospital to give flowers to Jane Foster. He's, there's no card or anything. It's just, here you go. Don't worry about it. Just make sure you get these to her. It's from a friend. That scene was brought up. That was cool. I dug that. I like that. So the comics actually have some meaning. That's literally all it for a one-page, story in all these different comic books. That's all that I needed. Just acknowledge that they actually existed. So they're trying to break all these down. Meanwhile, something happens in Saskatchewan, Canada. Never been there myself. I'm over here in Mississauga. And yeah, like craziness, man. There's this dude who looks pretty much exactly like Wolverine. He's got a hoodie up. So I can't tell if he's actually got the sideburns and all that stuff, but his face does look a lot like Wolverine. He's got 6 claws, 3 and 3. And he's killing people. He's killing people in Saskatchewan, but they seem like park rangers. Are they actually? Don't know. But this is interesting, and they've got to go and they've got to try and figure out what's going on. Now, this guy is a hunter. Now, I really like this because Soule's got a good, like, mind you, Soule is writing the Daredevil comic book right now. Charles Soule, who's writing this comic book, he's writing the Daredevil comic book also. So you're thinking initially they're just going to give, he's going to give Daredevil this amazing run. No, Daredevil is so in the background on this, and when he finally does have a chance to shine as a tracker to try and track what's going on, there's apparently still a woman alive. Let's go and try and find her. He realizes that he's in. Why can't I talk today? He realizes that he's in over his head, and that this person who he's trying to track is an actual hunter tracker. So while you may be able to know, oh, this and this and this stuff is happening, this guy actually knows what he's doing. It's not just about knowing. It's about, being able to see what's going on. No, he knows how to manipulate, how to send you on a wrong direction, how to corner you guys, how to take out the strongest and the weakest, how to separate so he's not fighting you all at one time. So he goes after Cypher. So that was my point from the beginning. It looks like he might have actually killed Cypher. Interesting. Now, mind you, when Cypher came back alive, he had amazing abilities. He could see life. He could decode life. So when the New Mutants are coming after, mind you, a lot of them aren't like greatest fighters in the world. Magic's pretty good, Illyana Rasputin's pretty good. But, Wolfbane is just, she's feral. Well, that actually is an oxymoron in and of itself if you read the original X-Factor comic books, but I think you know what I'm saying here. She's just wild. She's not necessarily a great fighter, by any stretch. But I know Cypher came back and he was able to take out the New Mutants barehanded because he was able to see their movement. Every movement is a code in some way, and he's able to read it, and he's able to match it, to meet it. So he's actually a really amazing fighter, but he is really strongly addicted to the internet right now. He's shaking, all this crazy stuff, so he's having a hard time disassociating himself from this altered reality of the internet and come back to the regular. In fact, he was actually going for a fix. He walked in by himself to the Rangers station while these guys were away. They were lured away, and he's going to go and try and grab somebody's phone. He's like, sorry, you're dead. You don't really need this anymore, and I just need a fix. So he's going to try and go back on the internet and decode the internet. That was pretty interesting. I liked that. Plot twist. So Is this actually Wolverine? It's hard to tell. Reading this detective novel in picture format is fantastic. I love this book. This is a really good book. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.